What is going on, everyone? We are here today. Um, Going over another Pokemon that I am genuinely surprised did not get drafted. And the Pokemon today is Clefable. Um, Clefable is probably the best fairy in draft. Top 3 for sure. Really, the only fairies that are better than Clefable are probably like Diancie and Altaria, but you're wasting a Mega Slot on them. So Clefable is the best non-Mega fairy in draft. It can do so much. You can fall into the trap of just bringing the standard set, which I have up here, but really just a solid Pokemon. Like you cannot complain when you have Clefable. And let me show you some sets and explain why you guys should look at it going in the next season and all that good stuff. So this is the traditional set. Normal defensive Clef with Soft Boiled, Moonblast, Knock, and Stealth Rock. Knockoff, good for just getting items off. Moonblast, just hard hitting stab. Rocks, always going to be good. Soft Boiled, gets your sustain up. This is the same exact set, except you have Magic Guard. Now, what makes Clef so good is its two abilities. Oh, Q-Charm, we don't talk about that, but it has 2 OP abilities. Unaware makes it so Pokemon stat changes are ignored when you're taking or doing damage. So if a Pokemon sets up to like +6, like say like a Charizard X gets like 5 Dragon Dances off somehow, Clefable is gonna take it like it's neutral damage. And say for example a say like a Blastoise or like a Gastrodon set up stockpiles and they get their defenses up. Magic Guard doesn't care about that because it goes through their defense boost and it acts like it's a neutral hit. So Clefable is really good. And its other ability, Magic Guard, makes it so you can't be damaged by anything that's not a direct attack. So hazards like Stealth Rocks, Toxic Spikes, statuses like Burn, Toxic, Poison, they don't affect Clefable. She won't take damage from them. So that's just 2 absolutely amazing abilities. Honestly, that's probably the reason why people don't draft Clefable, is because having to decide between Unaware and Magic Guard every week is pretty important. Because once the opponent finds out which Clef you are, they can play around it. Say they brought a surprising setup sweeper on the off chance you brought Magic Guard and you didn't bring Magic Guard, they can set up in your face. If you bring Unaware for a setup sweeper and they bring Toxic, they can Toxic Stall you. But Clef does get moves like Aromatherapy and Heal Bell. So it has the option to be a Cleric, which is nice. So again, Clef isn't super weak to it, but has so many options that you're limited in what you can do per set, and that's kind of the downside of Clef, is that it can do so many different things that it's limited by its own it has 4 move syndrome essentially. So next set is gonna be Magic Guard, which is actually a really OP set. Reason being, since you can't take damage, it's not a direct attack, you do not take Life Orb recoil. So you can fire off a Moonblast and it will do a shit ton of damage and you won't show Life Orb damage, so they're gonna be like, oh shit, is he Specs or something? And then next move you're gonna use Fire Blast on a Steel type and kill that shit. I have some speed investment in there because, you know, matchup dependent, you might need some speed investment, but other than that, it's gonna do max attack modest, and then your other EVs can go as they are. Moonblast, Psychic, Fire Blast really hits everything. Moonblast, Stab, Psychic hits the poisons, Fire Blast hits the steals, and Calm Mind just gets you beefy. And with Magic Guard, it makes it so that it makes it so you can't die to toxic. They can't toxic you because you won't take damage from it, which is really good. This is basically another standard set, just with Heal Bell, Wish Protect. It can be a Wish Passer as well if you decide to have that. This is a screen set. Again, it's just a normal standard defensive mon, and then this one is good as well. Cosmic Power raises your defenses by 1 each turn, and since you have Magic Guard, they can't Toxic Stall you, so you can Toxic Stall everything on the opponent's team and just stall them out with Toxic, Salt Blows, and Moonblast, which is really good. You also get Calm Mind, which I showed earlier. Now, some other moves you can do with Clef is really you have the Gauntlet. You have Healing Wish, which is amazing. Ice Beam is not really necessary. Magic Coat can be good in certain situations. Stealth Rocks, like I said. Thunder Wave is very, very big. Actually massive. Another thing you can do with Clef. Oh, fuck. Let me just delete one of this. I'll delete this set. Another thing you can do with Clef is do Black Sludge with Magic Guard and have Trick. What this does is that it won't show you taking the Black Sludge damage, and it'll conceal your item. So when you trick it to the opponent that's not a poison type, they start taking 1/8 of their health at the end of every turn from the Black Sludge damage, which is really good. So again, there's just a lot of options with Clef. Just really, the hardest part about you, it even gets Belly Drum. Who would have fucking guessed? And Amnesia. Like the only the thing that holds Clef back the most is that it can do too much, and that really is an issue because you're always going to be tempted to bring this normal standard defensive set every week. But Clef can really just do whatever you need it to do. Its stats don't really jump out that much, but it's really because of its abilities which makes Clef so good. So, you guys decide for yourselves. There might be a lot of new cool fairies coming into this, Scarlet and Violet. Will there be any tier 1 fairies like Clef, Diancie, and shit like that? Who knows? Who knows? I know that the quartet is going to be dark types. The legendaries are dragons, which won't even be allowed anyway because, you know, box legendaries are always broken. But we know that the quartet is dark types. Probably a lot of people can be looking at the quartet to draft. So again, fairies are going to be as important as always going into next season. So again, if you guys are looking for a fairy next season that's not a mega, Clef is your answer. Hasn't been drafted either season alongside Sceptile and Rotom like I've been going over the past couple weeks. So Clef is just I can't stress enough how good Clef is. Last season I had Florges, didn't really need it. The way that my draft worked, I couldn't go for it, and then this season I wanted to go with Audino. So yeah, personally, I always have my eyes on Clef going into a draft. Next season might have to be that season, but thank you guys for watching. I'm playing some Glitch City in the background, so I'll link to their channel in the description. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys should definitely look at drafting Clef. I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you guys have a good day.